High school wrestling is on the air from the Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines, Iowa. It's Class 3A State Dual Wrestling coverage. Good morning, everybody, along with Roger Reed and West Delaware State Champion Zach McCool. I am Jamie Vaskey, and Roger, I tell you what, it's that time of year again, and new seats this year. This is the first time since 2007 that we have sat down in the front row of Media Row. And I tell you what, a little bit different. We're changing a little bit this year, but I tell you what, same atmosphere and same arena. It should be a good tournament.
Well, we are one row closer to the action, and that will help my eyes a little bit, my old eyes. So that's a good thing. We do have a great view of all 8 mats. I've got 8 mats set out on the floor, and by the time this dual meet round is going to be over, we're going to see lots of great wrestling. And Jamie, this first dual meet that we're going to have with Western Dubuque and Waverly Shellrock, it's going to be kind of a grudge match as these two met before Christmas at the Battle of Waterloo, with Waverly Shellrock sneaking out a 6-point win. Western Dubuque wasn't healthy at that meet. Not sure about Waverly Shellrock's lineup there, but I know they were wrestling to win also. We'll see if Coach Cleary, see how he rolled the dice this morning and got some key matchups like he did the other night against Dubuque Hempstead. I can't wait for the action to get started.
Absolutely. Joining our third member of the broadcast team here with us again. I'm not sure how many years that you've been here doing this with us, but Zach McCool. And Zach, we were talking about 10 years ago. It was 10 years ago this year that you won your state title for West Delaware back in 2007, and just a great atmosphere and the nerves of everybody starting to build up a little bit today.
Yeah, great atmosphere, great place to be. Obviously, the time goes by quickly. I think I've been here with you guys for 4 years now, maybe 5. And it doesn't change. It keeps getting better and better. The wrestling continues to get better. Excited to see what this week and weekend's got in store for us. But the one thing that I'm most excited about this weekend, too, is the weather. Even though we don't get outside much, but first state wrestling tournament that I can remember that is supposed to be in the 50 and 60 degrees and not dealing with snow and at miserable weather with wind. So that's going to be exciting. I think it'll bring out some more people and more fans here. Get this place packed and have guys watch this excellent venue.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a short break. We'll come back, and I had a chance to catch up with Western Dubuque head coach Paul Cleary as his team getting set to take on Waverly Shellrock. You'll hear it next right here on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Mosher Family Pharmacy is your specialist pharmacy in Elkader. They also carry special gift items and cards. Mosher Family Pharmacy. Wish all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. Mosher Family Pharmacy in Elkader.
For more than 80 years, GMB has lived its mission to help customers achieve their financial dreams. Supporting the communities where you live, work, and play is important to us because that's where we live too. It's where we provide great service, sound advice, and solutions to meet your financial needs. GMB Bank, member FDIC.
For all your residential and commercial plumbing, heating, and electrical needs, call Meyer Mechanical in Dyersville. Meyer Mechanical, wishing all area athletes and coaching staff in tournament action continued success.
And welcome back into the pre-meet. Jamie Vaskey, Roger Reed back along with you, and joining us is Western Dubuque head wrestling coach Paul Cleary. And Coach, you guys made the trip down to Des Moines last night, and I tell you what, you brought your team down, and what a great opportunity for not just your starters, but all the kids that you brought down and get an opportunity, and it's about making memories, and that's why you go out for last night was just probably a little team bonding for you guys last night, and getting to make those memories as a team.
Well, you hit the nail on the head. High school memories and making friendships. That's what high school athletics is all about. The wins and losses are going to come and go, but the friends that they make and the relationships they foster in the struggle to become hopefully a great wrestling team, that's what's so important. It's more important than the wins and losses, because those will be the relationships that these guys have down the road. They'll be standing each other's weddings 10 years from now and all those types of things. And that's what I enjoy most as a coach, is seeing that come together. Of course, the wins are nice, and that's fun, but seeing the guys come together is most exciting.
And now turning it around today for a dual meets coming up here against Waverly Shellrock, a team that you're familiar with. You guys wrestled at the Battle of Waterloo, a very close duel, just a 6-point duel. And anytime, looking back, if you didn't know you were going to wrestle Waverly Shellrock again, there could be some what ifs there. What if we'd have done this? What do we do? What if we'd have done this? Now, today you get an opportunity to wrestle them again and maybe make some changes that you thought you could have made last time. But it's a matter of the kids changing that mindset and getting ready to go for a team duel today.
Yeah, they're excited. And the interesting thing about Waverly is that's the same team we wrestled back in 2009 first round. And they beat us about 50-10 back then. They've got a great tradition. I love their coaching staff. They're awesome guys. I think last time after they beat us, we were eating lunch together, talking about the duel. And so we know they're going to come out and wrestle hard. They're going to wrestle intense, just like us. And they are going to be classy kids, too. So we look forward to that competition. We do have Jacob Close back in the lineup, and we kind of know some of their spots, things we can do and bump and so forth. So, we'll let things play out, and we'll go from there, and we'll be ready for them.
Well, you mentioned 2009, the last time you guys made the state duels back when it was still at the U.S. Cellular Center. You were an assistant on that coaching staff, but I tell you what, Roger and I talked the way Bobcat Nation was last Wednesday night inside that gym. I'm sure the excitement is building up, and it gives Roger and I goosebumps just talking about Bobcat Nation showing up for the duel here today, as they usually come out in droves, and it should be no different here today.
Well, it should be no different. Envision Sports, who does our shirts, they do a great job. I think they told me they might have set the record for state shirts sold for any sport. So I guess that's a good sign, meaning a lot of people will be down there to support the guys. And I got to tell you, our guys, our coaching staff, we're all just incredibly humbled by the support. It's humbling and it's motivating at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sense. So we'll be fired up. We'll try and make everybody proud and wrestle our hearts out.
Well, I'm still trying to get that video that I took after Cam's pin last week on the KMCH Facebook page, because I took a video of the crowd. And
I didn't know you got a video. That's awesome. I got to see that.
It was outstanding. Well, Coach, best of luck to you guys today as you get ready to take on Waverly Shellrock and hopefully move on from there into the semifinals and wrestling late tonight in the state duels.
Hey, thank you very much for everything you guys do for the sport.
All right, Western Dubuque head coach Paul Cleary, as we'll get you more of the pre-meet right after this from KMCH Sports.
For all your general contracting needs, turn to the professionals at Lucky Building Service in Manchester. For commercial, remodeling, and building and new home construction, call the experts, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, 563-927-5677.
Good luck to all the area athletes from Adams Family Furniture, downtown Independence. With over 42 years in the furniture business, you can shop quality brand names by Lazy Boy, Broyhill, Chromecraft, Peters Revington, plus many, many more. Shop Adams Family Furniture, downtown Independence, with free delivery, where they will never be undersold on less quality furniture.
Welcome back into the Wells Fargo Arena, downtown Des Moines. Jamie Vaskey, Roger Reed, and Zach McCool along with you as we're getting set for state dual wrestling action. As we're just about ready to go, we're going to start at 113 pounds here today, as 113 pounds will be the start weight, for this first duel, and then in the next duel the Bobcats will wrestle. We will start at 120 pounds and finish the day at starting at 126 pounds. As we're going to start at 113, I believe it's going to be Jacob Close taking the mat for the Bobcats, as didn't get to see him wrestle last Wednesday night. He qualified for the state meet as he won the district up in Waverly, as should be an interim. Roger, you mentioned the other day all the head-to-head matchups that it turned into a dual meet there with Western Dubuque and Waverly Shellrock at that district meet, as opportunity we're going to see it actually in a dual meet here today.
Well, this is a great place for a great weight for Western Dubuque start. You got your hammer, one of your hammers, taking the mat, Jacob Close, and he's going to be taking on Demore Hughes from Waverly Shellrock. He's a junior at 12 and 20. So if you're Coach Cleary and you're looking at a start here, you've got your hammer up and opportunity to get a fall. There's a nice slide by. Hughes squared him off. There's a nice high crotch by Hughes from Waverly Shellrock. I think Close is going to put a crossbody right in there. He locked the leg up. Trying to set up a spladle. Now Hughes switches off to a high crotch and cuts across. And Close with the leg in goes right to work on a banana split. Hughes is being leechy, doing a good job controlling the hips. Now a deep leg in. Close locked the leg in and got it in deep, and that's going to go to work on Hughes. Hughes right into a stand-up, trying to kick the leg free. Cross-body right on the right side. And Close doing a nice job staying behind the arms. Zach, I'd like to see him start working for that far side. Hughes is doing a great job standing up.
Yeah, he doesn't look very comfortable with this leg in right now, but he's doing a nice job of leeching on there and keeping it close. But, you know, Hughes is doing a nice job of getting to his feet right away, and right now he's bellying out. You can see that Jacob Close is really working for turns right now.
Well, that's what Coach Cleary, he's looking for points here. Jacob Close can score a lot of points in a short amount of time. Now he's got both legs in. He's working a power half Nelson on the left side. He's got the shoulder blades of Hughes, and we're going to get a potentially dangerous, oh boy.
You know, Roger, right there, he pressured forward on that shoulder. If he would have brought it straight across a little bit more, I don't think the referee. But, you know, as these guys being a state duel before the traditional tournament here, is these referees are quick to call that.
There's a Granby roll attempt by Hughes, and Close follows him nicely. Now double inside wrist by by Close, and Hughes is going to find the edge of the mat. And Coach Whitcomb out of his chair there, offering some help to his junior. And you know you're an underdog here if you're Hughes from Waverly Shellrock. His whole mentality is to stay off his back, and if you're Jacob Close, who is highly favored, you know you're trying to build the lead here. You're trying to score some points, Jamie.
And I tell you what, I mentioned that Close won the district. He finished as a runner-up in that district behind Jakey Penrith of Cedar Falls. DeMore Hughes finished in 5th place at the district meet, and it's Close looking for the fall down there on mat number 2. A big red mat. Could see a big fall from the Bobcats.
There's an inside wrist and a half Nelson by Close. There's a fall. There's a fall at 151. Jake Close get the Bobcats up by 6. He just stayed with it. I like this aggression right there. Switched off from the leg to the inside wrist and a half Nelson Zach, and threw Hughes right to his back.
The nice thing you see right there is 9 seconds left on that clock. He finished that move right there to close out that match. You know, you never know with some of these wrestlers is never give them a chance to get you in a caught position here. So that was a nice job of closing that match out with 9 seconds left.
Well, we're going to move up to weight class 120 now, and this will be a weight class where I believe Waverly will be favored as they've got Dylan Albrecht. He's a sophomore at 37-7. The Bobcats have J.D. Kleesner listed here at 15 and 16. We'll check that for sure on Track Wrestling, and we'll see how this plays out. The Bobcats up after 1-6-0. That's Kleesner trying to drop in on a single. Front headlock by Albrecht. He's going to hit a go behind. He's going to hit a go behind on Kleesner, pick up a 2-point takedown. Kleesner now goes belly down right in the center of the mat. Inside wrist now by Albrecht. Now crossface, hard crossface by Albrecht. And to a switch position goes Kleesner. And he's got to get a tip shot. There's a leg turf by Albrecht. Now hard crossface from right to left. Dylan Albrecht showing some physicality here. And he's going to throw Kleesner on his back for a 2-near fall. I tell you what, that's tough, Zach. He's got a Turk in with crossface to far shoulder. Now Kleesner on his back. Kleesner on his back. And, his whole objective here is to stay off his back and make Albrecht earn the fall. Hopefully not get a fall here. Off the edge of the mat, they're going to go half Nelson by Albrecht. No, not off the mat. Referee's going to let him go. Now off the mat, Jamie.
And these two did wrestle at the district meet last Saturday in the semifinals, and it was Albrecht with a fall in 1 minute 32 seconds over J.D. Kleesner. As looks like Kleesner with a bloody nose, he's going to go to the corner.
Yeah, again, you're talking to your kids about. Here's the other thing, Jamie and Zach. You got some kids down here get to wrestle that didn't qualify for the individual state tournament, so they get an opportunity to wrestle and wrestle in their last matches of the year. So Kleesner's job here will be to stay off his back and make Albrecht earn anything. And again, this match might come down to 1 point. This duel might come down to 1 point. You can get technical fall versus the pin, Zach. That saves your team 1 point.
Yeah, you're always talking about how you can help out your team here, no matter if it's wrestling a ranked opponent, not giving up bonus points, fighting off for his team here. That's huge. It's not just working for personal right here, right now. It's working for your team to continue to advance through this bracket.
Well, Kleesner back from the blood corner, and on a restart with 53 seconds left to go, Albrecht working a tight waist with the left, Head lever on the tight waist with the right, head lever on the left now. Now it goes back to work on that cross face from left to right, maybe a cross face cradle, trying to set up a cross face cradle. Cleese is doing a good job with some hand control. He's got to cover the hands as Albrecht locks up the cross face cradle. Albrecht trying to take Cleeser to his back. Now he rolls across his back. And Cleeser finds himself on his back in a cross face cradle with 25 seconds left to go. High bridge attempt by Cleeser. Albrecht trying to kick his left leg free so his shoulder blades go back. He's got to punch that right arm through, and he does. Nice job by Cleeser of fighting through that cross-face cradle by Albrecht. 10 seconds left to go in period one. It's going to be an 8-0 lead for Dylan Albrecht from Waverly Shellrock. And we will go to the second period. So, Zach, you're down by 8, but you stayed off your back, and that's a victory in itself right there.
Yeah, Cleveland's doing a really, really good job right now fighting off some of these tough positions. When he is getting thrown to his back, he's not in a bad position to get pinned. He's been in actually a good position to not get flattened out.
Well, it was Albrecht's choice to start the second period, and he chose neutral. He wants to go right back to his feet. And snap down by Albrecht as Cleeser's on all fours. Front headlock now by Albrecht. Like to see Cleeser grab an elbow there. And there's a go behind by Albrecht. Now a drive cradle. He's got his head posted above the ribs on the right side of Cleeser, trying to lock up a drive cradle. Cleeser trying to find the edge of the mat. Albrecht has the cradle locked up, and he's trying to pull him back in. And Cleeser on all fours. We'll see if he can stay out of this cradle. He does, and we will get it. So a good job by Cleeser. Using the edge, Jamie. You got to use anything you can get down here.
Absolutely. Again, the winner of this duel will take on the winner of the dual meet between Southeast Polk, the number 1 seed, and the number 8 seed, Cedar Rapids Prairie. That duel will be at 1 o'clock. So 2 losers of those duels will face each other in the consolation. But no matter what, the Bobcats will wrestle again at 1 o'clock this afternoon, directly following this dual meet here. Again, the Bobcats 25-4 on the season. Waverly Shellrock is 18-5.
And there's the fall by Albrecht. He went right back to that Turk. Cleeser came to a long switch, and Albrecht just reached down, and Turk lifted the inside leg up, stepped over the bottom leg, and went cross-face far shoulder. And we are knotted up now at 6-6 in our dual meet score here as Jacob Close with a fall, and now Dylan Albrecht with a fall. We're going to go to weight class 126. And for the Go-Hawks, it looks like Bryson Hervol will be on the mat. He's 32-10. And Nathan Best, the state qualifier, 27-9. For the Bobcats. So we got a great matchup right here at weight class 126. So Western Dubuque's got their black and red singlets on, and they're wearing the red leg brands. Waverly Shellrock in their camo uniforms. And we are underway, weight class 126. Hervol and Bet wrestling in the state duels. And look for this to be a very exciting match with 2 really good wrestlers here. There's a nice sweep single by Betts to the left leg of Hervol. Hard wizard by Hervol. Now Betts shelves the leg. Oh, he's going to run into trouble here as Hervol stepped inside on a Chalice, and he picked up 2. Hervol gets high. Looks like Betts might try to pick up 2 on the reversal as Hervol hangs on to the right leg of Nathan Betts. Betts trying to cover his hips up. And we might get a stalemate here. We'll see if Betts can step across and hook that right leg of Bryson Hervol. Hervol hanging on for dear life as he's latched onto the right leg. I'd like to see if they're going to get a stalemate. Betts will have to go down.
These two have wrestled twice this season. They wrestled at the Battle of Waterloo in that dual meet. It was Hervol with an 8-2 decision over Nathan Betts. And then last week at District, it was Nathan Betts with a 6-4 win in overtime over Hervol. So very close matches so far this year between these two.
Well, Betts had a great shot and a nice counter by Hervol. Stand up now by Betts, trying to work some hand control as Hervol is trying to lock up a cradle. Outside stand up by Betts. Nice hand control. Let's see if he can pop his hips through. Hervol will drop down and pick up a leg. And scramble situation by Betts. Now here comes the Turk again. Waverly's been working on that Turk. As Western Dubuque comes to a switch, they just reach up and grab that bottom leg, and now Hervol might pick up some back points here as he's got Nathan Betts in a little bit of a predicament with a Turk and a cross face to right shoulder. There's back points by Back points by Herval now. Reverse half Nelson by Herval. Double legs in. Nathan Betts in a world of hurt here for the Bobcats. Trying to punch his right arm through, and he does get off his back, but that's going to be a 3-point near fall. And I'll tell you what, you're down by 5, so Nathan Betts has some work to do, Zach and Jamie.
Well, you do, and you've only got 5 seconds left to go in this first period. So if you're Nathan Betts, it's go time now, because it's a 5-0 deficit, and being in a hole that early, it's tough to come back from. But Nathan Betts has just got to you're not going to just rely on a 5-point move. Take it away a little at a time.
Well, we'll see if he can get back to his feet here and go back to work on the shot. He had a great shot in the first period. He had a nice counter, though, by Herval, so didn't hit the mark. Short set now by Betts, trying to get back to his feet. There's a stand-up by Betts, trying to work some hand control. He's going to turn and face Herval and pick up one. Now an over and under by Betts, over and under by Herval. This is throw or be thrown situation. Herval trying to sag on Betts. Betts trying to feel some pressure. Herval's going to drop in on a single. Boy, he's going to lateral drop him right there, Zach. Almost had that set up. Betts he's got a double underhook now. He's trying to step in and throw Herval. Let's see if he can lock it up. And we're going to get a legal hold, I believe. A legal hold by Betts as he came to a double underhook and locked up his hands right in the middle of Herval's back, and that's an illegal hold. There's a low single now by Betts. Let's see if he can make it work. A hard whizzer
Don't jump
by
over
Herval. Boy, Herval's doing a great job countering the shots of Nathan Betts, Zach.
He's got great hits, heavy hits, doing a great job catching limbs also every time that he takes a shot here. So he's got to continue to work. We talk about working angles instead of shooting directly on, and right now he's shooting directly on, and he's got to create a little bit different angles.
That just as you said, an angle. There's a great sweep single by Herval as he got in deep on the right leg of Nathan Betts. Now Herval gets the leg all the way up. He's trying to treetop Betts. 47 seconds left to go. The right leg of Nathan Betts is on the left shoulder of Bryson Herval. Herval's going to drop down, tries to switch off to a double. Betts doing a great job countering. Now back trip by Herval. He's going to score a 2-point takedown. So it's 8-1. Herval working on a major decision right now on Nathan Betts. And Betts trying to come to a switch here. And look out for that Turk, guys. Every time Western Dubuque comes to this switch attempt, they end up in a Turk. And now Herval gets warned for stalling for hanging on to that leg for too long. So 20 seconds left to go in period number 2. Nathan Betts finds himself in a 7-point hole right here. And Jamie, this is one of those toss-up matches we talked about in the show on Tuesday night. It could go either direction, and for Western Dubuque to win this duel, this is one that they had to put in their win column.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you got to win those toss-up matches. And, you got a lot of work to do here if you're Nathan Betts. But, again, you try to get something here at the end of this second period as he's going to switch out and going to turn and face Herval. So he's going to pick up a 1-point escape, which is kind of what you need. But you got to keep going to work here.
Well, 8 seconds left, and it's now 8-2. There's a nice shot, the long shot by Betts. He's trying to hit a go behind, and Herval catches his left leg. He's got to do a better job at blocking off those arms. Let's see whose choice it's going to be. Herval's choice to start the third, and he will choose down. So we'll see what Nathan Betts has for offense on top, and we'll probably get a caution on Betts as he is a little bit too far to the right side of Bryson Herval. We're underway. He's going to start on the right, quickly jumps over to the left with a tight waist, chops Herval down. Herval doing a good job with hand control. Betts goes to a tight waist, claw ride, tripod stand-up by Herval. He's doing a great job moving underneath, down inside wrist by Betts on the left side. We'll see if he can turn that into a tilt, turn it into a ball and chain of some sort. As Herval takes a peek at the clock, 1:37 and counting. Our dual meet score again is 6-6. Our match score is 8-2 in favor of the Waverly Shellrock Go-Hawk Bryson Herval. If you're Herval, you're in great position. You're down. You're on bottom, Zach. All you got to do is keep moving, and I can turn to your back.
That's right, but, he's been warned for stalling here, so they're going to continue to watch this here, but I don't think in a minute they're going to ding him for stalling too many more times. So as long as he's showing improvement coming to his knees, he doesn't have a problem here. So Betts has really got to start thinking about letting him go and start to work from his feet to back.
There's a nice Granby roll by Herval. and he's going to pick up a 1-point escape, 9-2. A takedown for Herval turns this into a major. So Nathan Betts has some work to do. He's going to need something feet to back. There's a deep shot by Herval. Deep double, hard cross face by Betts. Betts in a nice position here. Down block, he's going to have to go. You have to throw something from here. Herval picks up an inside single now. He's going to try to back trip Betts. Betts has to throw a whizzer in. Herval doing a great job. Guys, a great job picking up that leg, getting it up off the mat. Betts working some hand control. Trying to find the edge of the mat now is Nathan Betts, and Betts shoving and pushing on the shoulders, trying to fight the hands. There's a back trip by Herval. No points yet. Now there's 2. That's going to be a major decision by Bryson Herval with 10 seconds left to go. I'll tell you what, that toss-up match went to the Go Hawks win column. Not only was it a win, Jamie, but they get bonus points for it.
Yeah, and that's the tough part right there. 11-2 is that match is going to end. That's a major decision, and not what the Bobcats really needed right there. Especially that's a match you won last Saturday at the district meet.
Well, Nathan Betts not happy at all with his performance as he sprints off the mat, and now we're going to go to weight class 132. And here's a match in which Western Dubuque will be favored if they send Braden Bird out. The Go Hawks have Ian Heisey in their lineup. I believe we will see Braden Bird, Jamie.
Yep. And I'm not sure if that's Heisey or not.
We'll have to wait for Track Wrestling to post it, as Waverly has 2 wrestlers here. It's Ian Heisey, Dalton Reynolds, or it could be Jack Wagoner in the lineup. So 10-6 is our dual meet score after 3 matches. A pin for Waverly, a pin for Western Dubuque, and a major decision for the Go Hawks. Braden Bird up now with a quick takedown. And he can score a lot of points. I think, Jamie, we saw him score 15 points in the first period of one of his Walmack matches. He can score a lot of points in a hurry.
This is Dalton Reynolds.
And Braden Burt now getting some back points as he put the cross body right in. He's picked up 3 as Reynolds rolls through. Reynolds was listed as the backup at 132. His record 8-9 coming in. So we'll see if Coach Wickham is rolling his dice and looking for a matchup at the next weight. Braden Burt now with the chicken wing on the right side. He's trying to stack up Reynolds. Going to step around the head, and Reynolds is going to go to his back. Referee's going to look for the fall. Could be a fall here. 1:07 left to go. Braden Burt will adjust himself. Got a chicken wing in and a high bridge by Reynolds, and Reynolds will roll through. I believe it's going to be a 3-point near fall. He still got the chicken wing in, and we're going to stop it for potentially dangerous as it went forward. So 8-0. And Zach, the Bobcats need a fall here to counteract that extra bonus point that they just scored at weight class 126.
And I think Coach Wickham, put his best wrestler out there that's got the highest bridge, that's got the best fight off the bottom, to try not to get pinned here and give up bonus points.
The Braden Burt with the double spur in right now. He loves the cross body right here, and he is very leechy. Reynolds at a high bridge, doing a great job from being pinned. We'll see if Burt can tighten that up a little bit. High bridge by Reynolds. Like to see him slide himself back and go chest to chest. He's given a room to go to that bridge. Now goes the headlock finish. This might do it right here. Let's see if he can sit through. If he can sit that left hip down. There he goes. He sits the left hip down. This could be a fall. Reynolds is still rocking back and forth. 10 seconds left. Referee looking down, looking for the fall. Probably not going to get it here, but you never know. Burt's going to let him roll through, and it's going to be 11-0 lead after period number 1.
And that's a good first period by Braden Burt. He's looking for the fall, and I think the Bobcats really want to get that fall here. Braden Burt, like you said, he can rack up a lot of points in a hurry, but in a dual meet like this, if you can get the fall, obviously the Bobcats will take a major or a technical fall, but if you can get the fall, do it here if you're Braden Burt.
Well, it is. It's going to come down to those 1 or 2 points, and that fall is worth 6, a technical fall 5, and a major decision 4. There's a nice switch by Burt as it's now 13-0. He's going to have to fall here. Tries to put a cross body right in, and Reynolds catches it on the left side. Coach Cleary, I think, is saying cut him loose, and he does. It's now 13-1. Burt comes right back and snaps Reynolds down. Reynolds tries to grab the left leg of Braden Burt. Burt's going to snap him down. Burt is just out physicaling Reynolds right now on their feet. 13-1. There's Burt in on, looked like a double, Zach, but he finished around the waist. We'll see if he can cut the corner.
Yeah, he's really looking to catch an arm there to really throw him feet to back, and he's just, he's doing a great job of clamping down and not allowing that to happen.
Well, he's got to get the fall here. The next back point to be a technical foul as it's 15-1 now. And a half Nelson inside wrist by Burt. He gets a little high riding, and Reynolds is going to reach up and grab the right leg of Braden Burt. Burt's going to throw a far side half Nelson in, and they're going to go off the edge of the mat, and we will get a restart. So, Jamie, Coach, the coaching staff of Western Dubuque has talked to these guys about how important falls are. So Braden Burt's got to really look for a pinning combination here where he can score the fall.
And I think like Zach said, Coach Whitcomb, he stuck Reynolds out there for a reason. I think, like Zach said, he's going to do what it takes to not get pinned here and just fight off his back. But it looks like Burt's he may get the fall out of that. It looked like maybe he was just going to get a cheap tilt, but he could get the fall out of that. Either way, it's going to be a major or a technical foul
right there. You called it, Jamie. There's the foul by Braden Burt. And he put the half Nelson in, and Zach, and that time he kept his chest to chest, and that enabled him to get Reynolds' shoulder blades flat.
The biggest thing, too, is the chest to chest, Roger, but he also lifted the head a little bit off the mat, not allowing that high bridge right there on Reynolds. So, Braden did a great job of lifting that head and putting a lot of pressure on that chest.
Well, we'll see how these coaches roll the dice here. The Bobcats have Riker Krimsky in the lineup at 138. And for the Go-Hawks, you're going to see either Ian Hesse or Colby Hervel. Hervel is 18-21. Ian Hesse is 27-16. So we'll see. There's Krimsky, and then on a double, boy, he didn't drive through on it. It was a tap and go, and he got in on the knees and sat for a minute. And that gave his opponent, we'll have that for you here in a second on track wrestling. Krimsky up for the Bobcats in weight class 138.
It's Ian Heise.
Ian Heise, okay, very good. He's got a 2-on-1. Thank you very much. Ian Heise up for the Go-Hawks. He's their regular 132-pounder. He's 27-16. So here's another one of those toss-up matches. You have Krimsky, who's 34-12, and Heise, who's 27-16. So flip the coin here, guys. Another one of those toss-up matches.
And looking, I don't think these two wrestled in a duel, as I believe Burt beat Heise in the dual meet back in December. Krimsky did wrestle Colby Hervel and pinned him. So it'll be interesting to see here how they match up here the rest of the way.
Well, it's 12-10 in favor of the Western Dubuque Bobcats right now. We're weight class 138. Ian Heise, short, stocky, and moving up weight class to wrestle a bigger Krimsky. Actually, they're about body styles. They're about both the same here. Both short, stocky wrestlers here at weight class 132, 138. 2-on-1 Russian tie now by Heise. He's got the left arm of Krimsky tied up. Now he's going to throw the arm up, drop in on a double. Nice whizzer. He switches off to a single. Nice whizzer by Krimsky. Great defense, Zach. Great hips and a great whizzer by Krimsky.
Yeah, both of these guys got very heavy hips. It's going to be hard to get through these legs of both of these guys. So once again, he's talking about a lot of angles here, not shooting directly in on guys that, are more stocky and guys that continue to have strong legs.
18 seconds left. Low single now by Heise. Tries to get the heel of Krimsky. Great footwork by Krimsky from Western Dubuque as he kicks that heel free. Krimsky on the stock now. Square stance. Stalking Heise. Heise with the staggered stance, leading with his left leg. 2 seconds left, and we were going to go to the second period, and our score is 0-0. A match score at 138, 0-0. Krimsky's choice, he will choose down to start the second. We'll see if he can be the first one to score here. Both these wrestlers had good shots the first period. Neither one landed its mark. Krimsky with a nice stand-up. He's going to split the hands of Heise and score one. He takes the early lead 1-0 in the second period. Back to our feet we go. Krimsky kind of working the head of Heise a little bit. Not quite heavy enough, Zach. I'd like to see him snap that head down a little bit more. He's kind of tapping it. I'd like to see him snap it and get Heisey out of position.
The other thing that does, Roger, is continue to wear out your opponent there. Right there, when you stay on top of the head and heavy hands, especially a little bit bigger opponent here, that's a big deal. It's going to help later on in the match.
There's a tap and go, a shot by Heisey, a single is in deep. There's going to be a go behind by Krimsky, scores 2. Great defense by Krimsky. As Heisey was in on a single, thought he was going to take Krimsky down. Krimsky came with a whizzer, snapped Heisey down, and then hit him with a go behind, scored 2, making it 3-0 now with 1:22 left to go in period number 2.
And that's a great job by Krimsky, just not only getting the takedown or the escape, but going right back into the takedown.
Well, Jamie, we talked all season about how important it is to keep moving and not wrestle on all fours, and Krimsky did just that right there. 1:07 and counting, second period. Krimsky now riding Heisey tough with a tight waist with the left. He's got an inside wrist on the right, trying to crank that arm out to a bar. Now a half Nelson. Krimsky trying to throw an inside wrist and a half Nelson. Heisey will peel that off. Head lever attempt now by Krimsky on the right side of Heisey. And now we're going to get a warning against Krimsky. I guess from staying parallel, Zach.
Roger, the one thing that Krimsky did a nice job is after getting that tough takedown after a nice shot from Heisey is, look at that, it deflated him. He's not moving much on the bottom, but, Krimsky's got to continue to work side to side or else he is going to get that stalling call. So he's deflated here. He's got to take advantage of it here instead of just riding parallel.
There's a camel switch attempt by Heisey. Nice defense by Krimsky. He's going to drop in. Now he's going to lift Heisey up and return him to the mat. He missed the Turk off that. But now he's going right back to a tight waist and trying to head lever on the right side. But tight waist is paying dividends here for Riker Krimsky as he's got Ian Hesse down on the mat. Now he's got to jump off the legs, Zach. He's riding parallel again. He's trying to stuff that, shove the left elbow and go to a cross-face cradle. Heisey belly down on all fours right now as Krimsky is riding Heisey tough. 7 seconds left. It's going to be Heisey's choice to start the third period, I believe, as the second period ends. So great period, a 3-point. Krimsky scores 3 points in the second period to take a 3-0 lead here.
Well, he's going to go down here because, the way Krimsky's kind of riding, and nothing against the Bobcat, but you got to get out to the side here and ride because he's riding parallel. And once the coaches are in an official's ear, he's going to be watching it. And right now, the Waverly Shellrock coaches are in the ear of this official.
There's a long switch attempt by Krimsky. He's got to climb up the body here, guys. He's going to get warned for stalling as he's hanging on. Now he's going to drive Heisey forward. Got a tight waist with the left. Trying to work an inside wrist with the right. Under 150 now, 139 and counting as our clock. There's a camel walk by Heisey, crawling on all fours, trying to get off the edge of the mat. And Krimsky's got to get out to the side. They're going to be stalling against Krimsky, and it's going to be 1 point for Heisey. I don't like that call one bit, guys.
The biggest thing right there, Roger, is Heisey's not doing much on the bottom either. He's purposely going to his belly to get rode out parallel here. So that, once again, it's not making much sense to me.
Now Krimsky lets him up, guys. It's 3-2. I'm not sure I like that strategy, but we'll see what happens.
It is either that or keep riding in parallel and get another stalling call. So I think the Bobcat coaches want him to go to work on his feet.
So Hervel's been in on a couple of deep shots, and Krimsky's been able to fight him off. So takedown by Hervel would give him the lead at 4-3. So Heisey, thank you. Takedown by Heisey would give him the lead at 4-3. So Krimsky's got some work to do. Heisey now with that 2-on-1 Russian tie. He's got the left arm of Krimsky tied up, and Krimsky has to shove the head of Heisey as they go off the edge of the mat. 54 seconds, under a minute here. One of those situations in the room, guys, that we talk about all year. You're down by 1 if you're Heisey with 50 seconds left. If you're Krimsky, you're up by 1, and you've been dinged for stalling twice. So you've got to keep moving. 44 seconds and counting. 3-2 is our match score. 12-10 is our dual meet score.
You got to watch the pressure here if you're Krimsky.
There's a single by Heisey. That's going to be a 2-point takedown. Nope, no points yet off the edge of the mat. Boy, nice job. Nice defense by Krimsky. Once again, Heisey got in on that deep shot and almost hit the mark here.
You got to stay in a good low stance. Don't reach here if you're Riker Krimsky because That's what Heisey wants you to do. He wants you to reach, and he's going to go underneath of you.
There's a single. Nice defense by Krimsky. Let's see if he can fight this shot off by Heisey. Referee might call a stalemate.
Use that there.
Quick stalemate.
Quick.
Boy, that was a quick stalemate right there. That was a quick stalemate. 13 seconds. After Riker Krimsky, you just got to move. Heisey in deep on a shot again. Hard whizzer. Hard whizzer by Krimsky. He's going to win this match 5-2. That's a huge win. So the toss-ups now are 1 apiece. The Gohawks get a toss-up win, and now the Bobcats get a toss-up win at weight class 138. And we're going to go to weight class 145. It's 15-10 in favor of the Western Dubuque Bobcats. Weight class 145, the Bobcats have Elijah Demmer in our lineup. And we're going to see Dalton Woodyard. Woodyard 31-14, and Demmer 27-15. Not sure if these guys wrestled on Saturday, Jamie, at the districts. But here's another one of those tight matches, tightly contested matches here. And we are underway at weight class 145. Elijah Demmer. And we'll check it out, Demmer and Woodyard. Yes, it is, Dalton Woodyard. He is a junior at 31-14. Jacob Herman is the backup, listed as a sophomore. With the Gohawks going with their strength, the Bobcats going with their strength here. On their feet, neutral position. A hard collar tie by Woodyard. Demmer drops in on a double, and Woodyard finds the edge of the mat.
It was a 3-0 Dalton Woodyard win on Saturday in the finals of the district meet. And then, of course, Demmer losing a heartbreaker 4-2 in overtime in that wrestleback. And I believe Demmer won the match in the duel. He wrestled Jacob Herman in the dual meet, so it was not Dalton Woodyard. Dalton Woodyard did not wrestle in the dual meet for the Gohawks.
Okay, so new opponent here. So off the edge of the mat one more time. Shot, reshot. Woodyard with a shot. Elijah Demmer with a counter shot, but off the edge of the mat, there's a low single attempt by Woodyard. Double underhook by Demmer. I'd like to see him go to a front headlock here, Zach, and maybe set up a drive cradle. He's going to come right back to his feet, and he's going to shove Woodyard free. 102 and counting. There's a long single again by Woodyard. Now front headlock by Demmer. Let's see if he can hit the go-behind with it and make this count. Got a half Nelson. Now he goes with a half Nelson. He's trying to stuff the head and put a quarter Nelson in on Woodyard. You got to free that left leg as Woodyard's trying to grab that left leg. We're going to get a stalemate. This official is really calling those stalemates quick, guys.
Right now, Demmer's got to do a little bit better job of not staying flat-footed here. He's got to continue to move his feet, show some action here, and continue to work like that shot right there. He just hit a low single.
Well, you called it, Zach, right at the shoelaces of Dalton Woodyard. Woodyard now trying to get into a scramble position as he's draped over the top of Demmer. Now Demmer's going to elevate, eyes to the ceiling, and see if he can pull himself out the back door. He does. That's going to be no points. Thought he had a double leg takedown for 2. No points yet as Woodyard is draped over the top of Demmer, wrapped around his waist. Demmer's going to try to come out the back door. He does pick up 2 there. Now stand up by Woodyard, and off the edge of the mat they go. Coach Wickham not happy about that, but that was the right call by our official. As Demmer came out the back door and Woodyard posted his feet and both his hands were down on the mat, so that's a 2-point takedown. Coach Wickham not pleased about it, but he's going to get an explanation. Elijah Demmer takes the early lead here, 2-0 with 12 seconds left to go. Now you got to ride Woodyard out for 12 seconds. Don't give him an opportunity to score a point here. There's a stand-up by Woodyard. He's going to try to split the hands of Demmer. Demmer trying to back trip, now a front trip. Like it's on, there's a lift and return by Demmer. Nice job, 3 seconds left to go. Tight waist on the right, half Nelson on the left, and we're going to go to the second period. Good period by Demmer. He's up 2-0, and we got injury time by Woodyard as he's going to get, he's got a mat burn on his knee, it looks like, and he's going to get a piece of tape on that. So, Jamie, good finish there by Demmer to close that period out.
Well, it was, and you mentioned that there was an opportunity. He almost could have got dinged for stalling, but did a great job of returning Woodyard to the mat. And, Woodyard now, he's a 2-time state qualifier, so this would be one of those wins that you can win this match. It would really be a big spark to the team here for the Bobcats, already leading 15-10. Be a huge spark if you can come out of here with a win here in this match against a two-time state qualifier.
Well, you need to, because we're going to go into the meat of the Go Hawk lineup with Austin Yant at 152. He's 42-2. Zach Wagenhofer at 160, 37-8, and Trevor Byram at 170 at 31-10. So you're going to see the meat of the Go Hawks lineup right here. And they finish off Eggleston at 220, and then they've got Evan Yant at 106. So the Bobcats have to do a great job and make a run right here, Jamie, with this match, and then keep those other matches where they're not favored, keep them close.
You do, and that's again where you talk about those situations in the room is coming out here and working on these situations. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do in this situation to keep a match close? And that's what the Bobcats are going to have to do. Let's take a scan of the other mats around here. As over on mat 1, the match that the Bobcats will wrestle, whether it's the winner or the loser, it's Southeast Polk currently leading Cedar Rapids Prairie 12-0. Also in Class 3A on mat number 3, it's Indianola leading Valley West Des Moines 18-9 right now as they're at 152 pounds. And also in Class 3A, it is Fort Dodge leading North Scott 12-3.
All right, we got the mat burn taped up. Woodyard had a mat burn on his left knee, got it taped up, got the blood off the mat. Now here comes a cross body ride. Demmer's going to choose down, and Dalton Woodyard slaps a cross body ride in on the left side. Now he's under both arms trying to crank the shoulders of Elijah Demmer over a hard crossface from left to the right shoulder by Woodyard. He's trying to crank Demmer over to his right shoulder for some back points. Now Demmer frees the left leg, gets back up to his base, and immediately Woodyard throws the cross body right back in. Now power half Nelson on the right side. And I don't think you can call Demmer for stalling here. The referee was talking to him. But Woodyard has the cross body ride in. Now a high thigh ride by Dalton Woodyard. And Demmer's trying to get his base belt back up, and a referee's going to call a stalemate right there. Again, Elijah Demmer not able to do anything. Woodyard had the high thigh ride on, which is basically figure 4 around your upper thigh. And Elijah Demmer nowhere to go to build his base back up. There's a whistle as Demmer will choose down, stay in the down position. Now crossbody ride on the right side, this time by Woodyard. Power half Nelson on the left. Demmer trying to keep his hands inside, trying to block off and catch a leg. But Woodyard doing a great job staying behind the arms and blocking the leg off. 53 seconds and counting. Again, Demmer up 2-0. Dalton Woodyard with now both legs in, Zach. And I tell you what, how can you call Demmer for stalling in that position?
Yeah, I don't know. You talk about, the last match about riding parallel. I don't think you get any more parallel than that right there. So just once again, some things that you see here that don't make sense to you, but you got to keep wrestling, you got to keep fighting, and you just got to go with the flow here.
Now Demmer now builds his base, and he kicks the leg free, and as he does, now he catches a leg. Nice defense by Demmer. Let's see if he can turn this into some points. Woodyard's got a cradle locked up on the right side of Elijah Demmer. Demmer's got the left leg. He's got the left leg of Dalton Woodyard. Let's see if he can pop that right arm out, Zach, or pop his head out. He's trying to shake Woodyard down. 2-point reversal would be huge here. Elijah Demmer trying to come out the back door, and that's going to do it for the second period. Boy, that would have been huge for Demmer right there to pick up 2.
Yeah, now you're going to have to go to a tough ride here if you're Elijah Demmer, as Woodyard's going to choose down to start this third period. And hopefully, if you're Demmer, just keep the motion going here, and keep telling the official you're working on top here. If you go to your feet, go back to the offense on your feet that we saw in that first period.
So there's a tripod stand-up by Dalton Woodyard, a hard, tight waist by Demmer. Now a short sit by Woodyard. Sit out, turn in now by Woodyard. Nicely countered by Demmer. Demmer up on top. He's got a claw right now. Spiral. There's a stand-up by Woodyard. He's going to split the hands of Demmer. He scores 1. It's 2-1 now with 1:38 and counting. Now you got to go back to work, like you said, Jamie, on your feet. There's a long shot by Woodyard, nicely countered by Demmer. Good feet action, good hip action. There's a nice double shot by Demmer. He's in deep, but it goes to his belly and off the edge of the mat.
Got to keep working when you get in there. Don't sit when you get in on a shot. We've said that many times. When you get in on those shots, you can't sit, and Demmer kind of did that there. But again, I like the shot. I like the aggressiveness here by Elijah Demmer.
Yeah, and he really needs to score 2 here, because he was not able to escape from Woodyard that second period. So you don't want to have Woodyard get a 2-point takedown here and then have to battle the legs on top. 1:06 left to go in this match. The clock is counting. There's a nice shot by Demmer off the edge one more time as he gets in on a double. But Woodyard pulls him off. 2-1 is our match score. 15-10 in favor of the Bobcats is our meet score. We're at weight class 145. There's a long shot by Woodyard one more time. In deep, let's see if Demmer can stuff the head and spin here, Zach. I'd like to see him hit a go behind. He's stuffing the head now. Let's see if he can snap that head down to Woodyard and hit a go behind. Now he goes to a front headlock. Demmer trying to burn some clock here. Got to be careful. You don't want to get caught in a short Kelly here. 40 seconds left to go, and the stalemate back up.
Right there, when you're in that front headlock, you got to continue to move one motion one way or the other here instead of just squaring him up there, right there. So hopefully when he gets in that, he can continue to move to get around that go behind.
Now we're going to get warning. I don't like that call at all. Warning against Demmer just took 2 shots on Woodyard. Woodyard takes 1 shot on Demmer, and Demmer gets warned for stalling. There's Woodyard back in on a long shot. 23 seconds, 22 seconds now. Now you got to move right here if you're Elijah Demmer. You're 22 seconds away from a win. You're up by 1. You got to get some hand control here, Zach. There's a tap and go by Woodyard. Double underhook by Demmer. Let's see if he can go to a front headlock. He snaps down Woodyard. 14 seconds left to go. He's got a front headlock in. Don't get caught in a short drag here. The stalemate. Back to our feet we go. 9 seconds. Demmer's got to move here, guys.
Got to take a shot here. He's got to take a tap shot, something.
Now you got to find hand control. 7 seconds left to go. Snap down by Demmer. Let's see if he can make it pay off here. 4 seconds left to go. See if that clock can run out. Go behind the tip. There's the win. There's the win by Elijah Demmer. He made it stand, guys.
That's a big win right there. Big win for Elijah Demmer to put the Bobcats up now 18-10.
That was a smartly wrestled match, guys. Very smart by Elijah Demmer. He made that 1 point, that late takedown in the end of the first period, and then he made it stand. So an outstanding job right there by Elijah Demmer. Puts the Bobcats up now 18-10, and we're going to weight class 152.
Jamie and Roger right there. A great job by kid Demmer, not making it, having a heartbreaker last weekend for the traditional state tournament here, and comes out for state duels and make a huge impact on this score. Gets a huge win on a guy that he got beat by at districts. Just something that you love to see, and once again, hopefully he feels really good about that, because that was a nicely wrestled match.
And that's the thing. You didn't qualify for the state meet. Make this your state tournament. Make this your individual state tournament. Come in here, try to go 3-0 on the day, as we're going to move up to weight class 152. It's going to be Jackson Healy for the Bobcats. He'll be taking on Austin Yant from Western Dubuque.
Austin Yant is tough. He's 42-2, but Healy is no slouch at 35-9. So a couple of ponies right here, weight class 152, going at it. This will be one of those matches that the Gohawks are favored in. So we'll see if Jackson Healy can find some way to close the gap here. At least keep this match close and give himself an opportunity in the third period to win this. The elbow pass attempt by Yant. Healy squares him off, and back to action. Yant retie now by Healy, as Yant trying to work the head, trying to work the collar tie to the left side of Jackson Healy. Another elbow pass attempt. He tries to pass that right elbow and attack that right shin. There's a throw attempt by Healy. There's 2. Oh, boy. Oh. Lateral drop by Healy. Caught Yant. And I thought he had 2 and then slipped out of bounds, guys.
That toe just dragged right across that line right there, because he did a nice job of knowing where he was on the mat. It was so close to being both feet in, but that one toe just slipped out.
Boy, Jackson Healy showing some happy hips here and not afraid to throw that lateral drop on Yant. The Gohawk coaching staff came right to their feet. Not pleased with their senior. There's that elbow pass to a low single. Now he crosses over to a double, and Jackson Healy finds himself down on the mat and down in the score, 4-1. 30 seconds left to go in period number 1. Tilt attempt by Yant. He's got a tight waist and a chop, and he tries to load Healy up on his right hip, and Healy goes right back down to his belly. 19 seconds and counting, period number 1. Weight class 152. State dual meet action right here from the well. And we'll have the Bobcats and all three of their duels here today. And should be an exciting day for Coach Cleary and staff. 4 seconds left to go in period number 1. And Jamie, those Go-Hawks are tough with the legs.
They certainly are. And, it's one thing you're going to expect. Anytime you're going to wrestle a Go-Hawk, you got to be ready for the legs to come in as the first period comes to an end. Still a 4-1 lead here for Austin Yan, As take a look at the scores from Class 1A and 2A from our dual meets this morning. In Class 1A, it was Don Bosco over Interstate 35 Truro, Lake Mills over Logan Magnolia, Lisbon over Wapsie Valley, and it was Missouri Valley over Sibley Ocheyedan. In Class 2A, New Hampton over Denver Tripola, Davenport Assumption over Creston Orient Maxburg, and it was Solon with a win over Sergeant Bluff Luton, and Washington defeated Atlantic 35-31 in our first session this morning.
So a lot of great matches there, great duels there. Yant locks up a cradle on Jackson Healy. He won't get the fall, but he's getting back points as Healy's got his right arm out. It's not a cross-face cradle, it's a far side cradle. Healy trying to get there's a fall. The referee called a fall right there as everybody is surprised. The Go-Hawk staff is surprised. The Bobcat staff is surprised. Healy trying to work himself out. He had his right arm up. I'm not sure I could have got a fall right there, guys. He had his right arm out of the cradle.
Gant thought that he got called for a defensive fall. He looked up at the referee. He goes, "Me?" And he goes, "No, I gave you the fall."
Boy, oh boy. I'm not sure how that went down 1 iota as everybody was shocked. Well, that closed the gap at 18-16. A cradle and a fall for Austin Yant. And we're going to move up to weight class 160, where we'll see Zach Wagenhofer. He's 37-8. Probably taking on the freshman here, Jake Hosh at 15-20. So, again, one of those matches here where the Go-Hawks will be favored. We'll see if the Bobcats can find a way to keep this match close as they are still in the lead by 2. High crotch by Wagenhofer. He gets in deep, cuts across to a double. Lift and return on Hosh. Picks up 2, and here comes the cross body ride. Here comes the legs by Wagenhofer as he throws the leg in on the right side, then quickly climbs over the body, throws another leg in. He's got both legs in. Now a half Nelson, power half Nelson by Wagenhofer as he's got Hosh on his back. And he's going to pick up 3 on the near fall as Hosh goes to a high bridge and rolls back to his stomach. Wagenhofer, very physical senior for the Waverly Shellrock Go-Hawks. They have 4 seniors, only 4 seniors in their lineup. They've got a lot of youth coming back for Coach Whitcomb. The Western Dubuque Bobcats with 7 seniors in their lineup, so they've got the experience here. Inside wrist now by Wagenhofer. He's got a half Nelson on Hosh. He's picking up back points again. Hosh tries to roll him through. Wagenhofer's going to probably tee out, probably going to get the fall here as he readjusts with a half Nelson. Tries to tee out, bench press. Hosh tries to bench press Wagenhofer off, and there's the fall. 128. Zach Wagenhofer puts the Go-Hawks up now 22-18 as we go to weight class 170. And we're going to see Trevor Byram for the Go-Hawks. He's 31-10. And we're going to see Devin Ludwig for the Western Dubuque Bobcats. He is a sophomore at 14-7.
And won this match on Saturday at the district meet. It was Ludwig defeating Byram in the semifinals, 22-10, a major decision. So I tell you what, a good opportunity here. I don't think this is Trevor Byram, though. I don't believe, it is Trevor Byram. But yeah, it's a 22-10 major decision Saturday at the district meet.
That is a lot of points, 22 points. There's an elbow pass by Ludwig. He tries to drop in on a double. Front headlock now by Byram. And Ludwig's going to drive him off the mat. We will get a restart. 22-10. I know Coach Cleary would like another major right here. First period underway. Again, the Go Hawks with a couple of falls there, one quick fall and another fall take the lead, 22-18 as we go to weight class 170. Hard collar tie by Ludwig. Byram in a square stance, controlling the head of Ludwig. Hard collar tie now by Byram as he's trying to shove Ludwig off the edge. Elbow pass attempt. Slide by Ludwig, and he misses the mark. He can't quite clear the right arm of Byram, and once again he drops in on a double and drives Byram off the edge. Ludwig tall and lean at 170. Byram short and stocky. And obviously did not present any problems for him on Saturday. And guys, it's kind of hard. Ludwig, I'm sure, had some confidence going into this match, and Byram, on the other hand, says, "Hey, it's not going to happen to me today."
And so far, he's really coming out and really showing that. What happened Saturday isn't going to happen again today, like you said, Roger. But he's not just saying that; he's really backing it up here early on in this first period.
And he's given Devin Ludwig problems with that collar tie. He's really working the head, and Zach, as you said, he's put some weight on that. He's really pounding the back of the neck of Devin Ludwig and making him feel that tie.
That's a great spot to be on your feet, especially if you're going to spend the full 2 minutes out on the mat and not taking much shots. But wearing them out, like I said, it's going to help you later on in this match once it starts to come down into crunch time about who's able to, continue this match and win this match eventually.
Byram trying to control, and he does a good job of controlling Ludwig. Ludwig tries to stamp him down a couple of times and looks at the scoreboard at 0-0. It's going to be Ludwig's choice. He will choose down to start period number 2. So the Bobcats looking for a win here to stop the momentum that the Go-Hawks have. We'll see if Devin Ludwig can find a way to dent the scoreboard as we've got goose eggs up there. There's a nice stand-up by Ludwig. He's going to turn and face Byram. He's going to pick up a one-point escape. And Byram comes right up to a standing front headlock, and he's going to launch Ludwig right into the chairs. Right into the chairs of the Go-Hawks. I tell you what, 8 mats on there, and they got chairs lined up in between in between all these mats. And there's not much room on the edge, on the apron of the mats. There's a switch attempt by Ludwig. Let's see if he can cut the corner. He comes to a stand-up, tries to split the hands of Byram. Byram drops in on a single. Ludwig goes to a hard whizzer, and no change of position there. Ludwig tried to kick the leg free and tripped, and Byram covered him right back up. Now a hard crossface by Byram, and he's got the head of Devin Ludwig going to his knee, trying to lock up a crossface cradle. Ludwig's going to have to work some hand control here. Now he gets his hips up. Now tries to come to his feet. Byram reaches back, picks up an ankle. There's a sit-out turn-in by Ludwig. He's going to drop in on a single. He's going to score 1, I think. You got to free that hand. He does not score 1. Byram's going to throw Ludwig to his back. Byram has Ludwig on his back in a headlock. This would be just a turn of events here as Byram up on top of Ludwig. Ludwig gets caught in the headlock. There's the fall. Paybacks, as they say, gentlemen. Paybacks are sweet. And Jamie, what happened there is what we talk about all the time. Ludwig got in on a position and stopped moving.
Yeah, and he definitely paid the price for it with that. You can't sit. You can't sit when you get in. And he did that and got thrown in a headlock. And got pinned in 3 minutes and 11 seconds was the fall time there for Trevor Byram. So he, like you said, he gets his revenge after Saturday as we move up to weight class 182. And we'll see I don't think the Bobcats are going to send Max out here.
Coach Cleary playing his cards here. We'll see what happens. What's got listed up on the board? It's got Witters. No, it isn't.
Hey, wrong. You're on the wrong mat. You're on mat. They're not up there yet.
Okay.
So we'll see who the Bobcats were deciding who to put out there at 182 pounds. So they were waiting for Waverly Shellrock to put a wrestler out there. Is this may be Cam Kramer?
I believe it is, Jamie.
For the Bobcats, as we're going to start at 182 pounds. It's 28-18 is our team score right now in favor of Waverly Shellrock. They're still waiting over there at the table for track wrestling. So we'll take a short break. We'll come right back for 182 pounds right after this. You're listening to State Dual Wrestling coverage on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
At Dupaco Community Credit Union, we know debt happens. A debt checkup from Dupaco ensures it's not costing you more than it should. With historic low interest rates, now is the time to bring your loans to Dupaco. Contact us at 563-927-6187 or visit dupaco.com.
Edgewood Feed Mill wishes all the area athletes good luck in tournament play. Edgewood Feed Mill, where improved nutrition and modern technology produce healthier food for healthier living. Edgewood Feed Mill, your full feed and grain service and U.S. feed dealer in Edgewood.
Edgewood Oil Incorporated carries all major brands of lubricants and case oils. They carry a full line of industrial oil products, aviation oils, and antifreeze, XL brand lubricants, quality oil priced right. Edgewood Oil also carries methanol, mineral spirit, and washer fluid, and are a direct distributor of Camco brand lubricants. Edgewood Oil Incorporated in Manchester, open Monday through Saturday.
And welcome back into the 2017 State Duels as we are back here high atop the Wells Fargo Arena as we're up to weight class 182. It's going to be the hero from the other night, Cameron Kramer from Western Dubuque, taking on Dylan Eggleston from Waverly Shellrock. Waverly Shellrock leading this duel meet 28-18 as we're up to weight class 182. Roger?
Well, 3 straight pins. The Bobcats were up. And 3 straight pins by the Gohawks put them in the lead now, 28-18, and we're going to weight class 182 right now, as we'll probably see Max Lyon at weight class 195. Eggleston for the Waverly Shellrock Gohawks, and Kramer for Western Dubuque. Eggleston's got a cross-body right in again. I'll tell you what, the legs have been given the Bobcats fits. Eggleston up on top. He's got a power half Nelson working on the left side of Kramer and trying to crank him over. He's got a crossbody right in on the right, power half Nelson on the left. Now he kicks the leg free. 7 seconds left to go. 7 seconds left to go in period number 1. An inside wrist now, and that's going to do it for period 1. So Kramer's got some work to do as he gave up a takedown. Eggleston's choice is going to defer over to Kramer, and Kramer will go neutral, both up. I don't know if the Bobcats are a little bit, Jamie, they haven't been here. Some of these kids haven't been here. And the first time since 2009 qualifying, there's a nice high crotch by Kramer. Let's see if he can finish it. Boy, he couldn't quite cut the corner. Got in deep, couldn't cut the corner. And Eggleston now in a hard down block. As Kramer goes right to his stomach, he's trying to hang on to both legs of Eggleston. And Eggleston's probably going to cut the corner here. Kramer now back up to his knees, and he's blocking off the right leg of Eggleston. Eggleston's got a hold of the left ankle, trying to cut the corner. Kramer's doing a nice job staying square. Eggleston now around trying to hook the ankle. Kramer's in a little bit of a predicament, and he's going to give up another takedown. Boy, great shot. Got in deep, and he just didn't finish the double.
And you got to give Cam Kramer credit there is he didn't stop. He kept trying. He was pumping his knees, pumping his leg, and that one down block is what really was what stopped the move. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to finish after that. And Eggleston picks up a 2-point takedown as he goes up 4-0 here in the second period.
And Kramer warned for stalling underneath. And Eggleston puts a tight waist on with the right. He's got a chicken wing on with the left. So Kramer's got some work to do to get his hands back. 35 seconds left to go in period number 2. It's 4-0 in favor of Dylan Eggleston. His brother Jacob Eggleston. We'll see him at 2:20 coming up. Nice sit-out turn in by Kramer. He's going to score 4-1 now. With 16 seconds left in period number 2. Boy, takedown, a late period takedown would be huge. We'll see if Kramer can get right back in that shot. He shot a beautiful high crotch and couldn't quite finish it. 3 seconds left, and that's going to do it for period number 2. Kramer down 4-1. It's going to be Eggleston's choice, and it looks like he will choose He wasn't quite sure. He's going to choose neutral. So I guess why wouldn't he? He's taking the opponent down twice. Couple of takedowns. There's a fireman's carry by Kramer's got in deep. Let's see if he can turn this into 2. He steps over. Nice job. There's a 2-point takedown. Let's see if he can take Eggleston to his back. Boy, great finish right there, guys. Kramer got in. Let's cut him loose again. I think he's going to. He's going to cut Eggleston loose. He's going to try to set up that throw. Boy, hit that the other night beautifully. And Eggleston this time showed some balance. He tried to step ahead, go onto the arm, and whip him over. Eggleston squared him off. 5-3 now with 1:23 and counting. There's a nice shot by Kramer. He's in on a double. Let's see if he can pick it up.
Got to keep going.
Boy,
keep moving.
Stopped on his knees again. Now he's going to find himself in a tough situation. Eggleston stepping his head. He's going to pick up the left ankle. He's going to step over the left ankle. Eggleston picks up a 2-point takedown at 7-3 with 1 minute left to go in the match. Another toss-up match. Everything right now has gone the Go Hawks' way as they're leading 28-18.
And you still, if you're Cam Kramer here, you've still got 50 seconds left to go in this match. Keep moving. Get back to your feet and see if you can get something feet to back here with just 40 seconds left to go now in this match.
7-3 on the scoreboard. Kramer trying to get back to his feet. Eggleston is going to follow him as Kramer does get back to his feet. Kramer trying to split the hands. Now sit out turn in by Kramer. He catches the right leg of Eggleston. Eggleston now drapes on top of Kramer, picks up the right ankle and flattens him back down. We're going to get a stalemate. Not sure why we got a stalemate there. Now we're going to get some blood time as Eggleston has to go to the corner. That's 7-3 is our score.
While they go to the corner, I want to thank some of our postseason tournament sponsors here on KMCH: Adams Family Furniture, American Family Insurance, Animal Health Clinic, Barron Motor Supply, Beck Seeds, Beaton Bender Manufacturing, and By County Disposal. Thank you for your support here of the 2017 State Wrestling Tournament. It looks like Eggleston in the blood corner. Take a look at scores from around the mat. Over on mat number 1, it is Southeast Polk leading Cedar Rapids Prairie 27-3. On mat number 3 in Class 3A, it's Valley West Des Moines leading Indianola 29-18. And Fort Dodge leads North Scott 21-6. Those are all Class 3A scores. Class 1A consolation round scores: Logan Magnolia leading Interstate 35 30-19. It's Sibley Ocheyedan 38, Wapsie Valley 24. And in Class 2A, it is Preston Orion Maxburg trailing Denver Tripola 34-22. And the other Class 2A duel is wrapped up at this time.
That's a 2-point reversal by Kramer, who picks up 2 as the whistle at the end of the period, guys. At the end of the period, 2-point reversal.
That's going to do it.
Well, that is going to do it right there. 7-5. Boy, closed the gap and just ran out of time.
So that's going to be the end of that match. It's going to be a 7-5 win for Dylan Eggleston of Waverly Shellrock, as that is going to put the Go Hawks up now 31-18 as we head to 182 pounds. It'll be Max Lyon for Western Dubuque. We'll see who the Bobcat. I don't think the Go Hawks will send anybody out here at 195. I think it's going to be a forfeit for Max Lyon.
Oh, that's going to help. That's going to get the. It's going to be 31-24 now as the Bobcat Nation. I hear some boos below.
That was 2.
Okay,
that was somebody looking for 2.
Well, I think the Bobcats wanted to see Max Lyon wrestle here. They aren't sitting down where they usually sit, Jamie. Usually they sit. They have the whole section to our left.
Well, they're sitting by their mat.
They're sitting by the mat down there on the far side. We're used to seeing them right down below, and when something great happens, you're going to know it. Well, we're going to go to 220 right now. And Jacob Eggleston for the Go Hawks. He's a senior at 40-5. And we're probably going to see Freddie Hosh for the Bobcats. It's 34-21 right now. And we've got, I think we've got 3 matches. We've got 3 matches left. So the Bobcats, this is a must-win for the Bobcats. Any win here, 34. Well, they'd still be in it, but they need 2 pins. A win by Eggleston, the Bobcats would need 2 pins to win the match. So Freddie Hosh up. He's got a heavily bandaged right knee, taking on Jacob Eggleston. He's 40-5, and then one of the 4 seniors for the Go Hawks. And he's physical. He's going to snap Hosh down, hit him with a front headlock. A pin right here would put it away for the Go Hawks. Here comes the cross-body ride again. And that cross-body ride all match has been given the Bobcats fits. 105 and counting. Jacob Eggleston up 2-0. First round of the 3A state duels right here. Cross-body ride. Now hard cross face, a leg. Now body scissor by Eggleston. Got Freddie Hosh going to his back. The referee's not counting. Now points are being counted by our official. As Freddie Hosh finds himself on his back, a hard body scissor by Eggleston. He's going to pick up 3. As Hosh rolls back to his stomach, Eggleston slaps a bar arm in. He pulls the right arm out, puts the bar arm right across his back. And now maybe a power half Nelson on the left side. There's a 3-point near fall for Eggleston. It's now 5-0, 25 seconds left. And Zach, he is physical. Jamie, we looking way back to the first meet of the year where these guys wrestled the West Delaware Hawks. There's a fall right there. And mathematically, that fall just sealed the deal for the Go Hawks. So we're probably going to see a 4-foot right here. Not going to wrestle Costello. So Aaron Costello will pick up a 4-foot. And we will go right to weight class 103. And we will see Evan Yacht, 35-10, take on Dawson Bierman at 19-17.
Well, might not even see that.
Yeah, we might not.
They might not send another one out. Looks like Bierman may win by forfeit also. Well, nope, they are going to send one.
They send Austin Yan out, and I'll tell you what, he's a really big 106-pounder for the Go Hawks.
So that's going to make our team score after that. It was 37-24. The forfeit by Costello is going to make the score 37-30 going into the last match here.
So this is a match where the Go Hawks will be heavily favored. And Jamie, looking back at this match, it came to those toss-up matches. A couple of matches that didn't quite go the Bobcats' way is going to be the difference in this match, in this meet.
Yeah, it certainly is. So it's unfortunate for the Bobcats, but you know their day isn't done. They've got 2 more duels, and they've got to come out and be ready to go in these last 2 duels.
Well, you're right, and there's a double leg takedown by Evan Yant, in deep with it, and now here comes the legs. Cross-body ride by the freshman, 35-10. Cross-body ride through the legs in, and Bierman found the edge of the mat. So nice stand-up by Bierman as Yant drops in on a double. Here comes a leg jerk now by the freshman from Waverly Shellrock. But every time, do those things, the leg zack, and then when the Bobcats have went to that switch, the Go Hawks have turked them right up, and it just caused fits.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job. Once again, working pinning combinations right away, right when they take it. The Bobcats right to the mat. They're looking for legs. They're looking for that ride that they're mostly used to. So very nice job by Waverly Shellrock. They were very prepared for the Bobcats and what they needed to do.
Well, there's a chicken wing by Yant. Bierman's on his back, and there's a fall. Another quick fall. 58 seconds. 102, a fall by Evan Yant. Going to make our score 43-30. We'll take a short timeout, and Jamie will add up the facts and figures, and then we'll be back with a recap. Stay with us. We've got more hold-by-hold action from the 2017 state duels from the Wells Fargo Arena, and you're listening to it on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
The Manchester Press is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
Wolfcool Electric specializes in residential, commercial, agricultural, industrial, and aerial work. They sell and service Generac generators and renewable energy systems. When you need electrical sales and service, call the experts at Wolfcool Electric, 563-922-2395.
Great food and great fun with friends. That's what's waiting for you at Beaver's Lounge in Manchester.
Check out their Thursday night bucket of wings special and Friday night fish special. Beavers also has a different lunch special every Monday through Friday. Beavers Lounge on the corner of Main and Madison in downtown Manchester. Leave it to Beavers to show you a good time.
Rife Funeral Home is proud to support all area athletes and coaching staff and wish them continued success in tournament play. They realize the hard work and dedication it takes in the classroom and in the gym. Rife Funeral Home with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Epworth, and Cascade.
Heiberger Insurance in Epworth and Heritage Mutual Insurance handle a variety of insurance products serving Dubuque and surrounding eastern Iowa counties. Working together with neighbors, helping neighbors remains their focus. You can rely on Heiberger Insurance of Epworth and Heritage Mutual for all of your property and liability insurance needs. Proud supporters of the Western Dubuque Bobcats.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call at 927-5178 for your commercial, ag, or residential projects, or visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete turns design into reality.
Delclay Farm Equipment is your hometown equipment dealer in Edgewood. Delclay Farm Equipment has preventative service programs with guaranteed prices with a 49-point inspection available. Check them out at delclay.com.
In sports, as well as banking, numbers mean everything. Making sure you have experienced athletes and bench strength are a critical combination for a winning team. The same goes for our F&M team. With an average longevity of 15 years and 28 members strong, F&M is consistently showing strength in numbers. F&M Bank, the right choice, member FDIC.
McDowell Repair is your one-stop shop for all your parts and repair needs, including AC, brakes, batteries, belts, exhaust, shocks, tires, and tire repair. They have highly experienced mechanics that are ready to keep your vehicle in top working condition. Why are you waiting? Call McDowell Truck and Auto Repair at 563-932-2661, located on Highway 13 south of Manchester. Like them on Facebook.
For all your residential and commercial plumbing, heating, and electrical needs, call Meyer Mechanical in Dyersville. Meyer Mechanical, wishing all area athletes and coaching staff in tournament action continued success.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Call 563-927-3682 to schedule an appointment. Manchester Family Vision Center wishes all the local sports teams best of luck this season. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
Welcome back into the 2017 State Wrestling Duels. Jamie Vaskey, Roger Reed, and Zach McCool back with you as we're wrapped up our first duel with Western Dubuque as the Bobcats falling 43-30 as we started at 113 pounds. It was Jacob Close of Western Dubuque getting the Bobcats started with a fall in 1 minute 51 seconds over Demore Hughes as Waverly Shellrock came right back with a fall of their own as it was Dylan Albrecht with a fall in 2:58 over J.D. Kleesner. At 126, Nathan Betts losing by major decision for the Bobcats 11-2 against Bryson Hervel. That made it 10-6. Go Hawks. Western Dubuque came back and took the lead after a fall in 3 minutes and 30 seconds from Braden Burt. That made it 12-10. Riker Karinsky made it 15-10 for the Bobcats as he won 5-2 over Ian Heisey. Elijah Demmer then at 145 pounds reversed a match from Saturday as he defeated Dalton Woodyard 2-1 to make it 18-10. The Go Hawks, however, would come back at 152 as it was Austin Yant with a fall in 2 minutes and 33 seconds over Jackson Healy. At 160, it was Zach Wagenhofer for Waverly Shellrock with a fall in 128 over Jake Hush. That made it 22-18 Go Hawks. At 170 was Trevor Byram with a 3 minute 11 second fall over Devin Ludwig. That made it 28-18. At 182, it was Dylan Eggleston with a 7-5 decision over Cam Kramer. Made it 31-18. Max Lyon for Western Dubuque picked up a forfeit at 195, making it 31-24. But it was Jacob Eggleston at 220 for Waverly Shellrock with a fall in 148 to seal the dual meet over Freddie Hush, making it 37-24. The Go Hawks would forfeit to Aaron Costello of Western Dubuque at heavyweight. And at 106, it was Evan Yant with a fall in 102 over Dawson Bierman of Western Dubuque to make the final team score 43 to 30 in favor of Waverly Shellrock, as the GoHawks will move on and take on Southeast Polk, who is currently leading Cedar Rapids Prairie 30-7. The Bobcats will most likely take on Cedar Rapids Prairie in the consolation semifinals. As in that dual meet, Western Dubuque had 6 takedowns. Waverly Shellrock had 13. One major decision for Waverly Shellrock, 0 for the Bobcats. The GoHawks had 6 falls. Western Dubuque had 2. And Waverly Shellrock wins 8 matches. Western Dubuque wins 6 in a dual meet that lasted 1 hour and 9 minutes here in this first round. As Roger, you said it, there were some toss-up matches in there that the Bobcats really needed to win, and they weren't able to do that, and they end up losing that dual meet 43-30. The split was close. It was 8-6, but again, those toss-up matches that we talked about were very key in that dual meet.
Well, that was the difference, Jamie. The Bobcats were favored in 5.
I'll continue.
Go ahead. The GoHawks were favored in 5. The Bobcats were favored in 5. 4 toss-ups. The toss-ups went 3-1 in favor of the GoHawks. Not only did they win them, Jamie, but they got bonus points.
And they did, and that was unfortunate for the Bobcats. As they'll come back. They'll have to wrestle another duel here this afternoon, as they'll wrestle right away again here. They're going to start that at 1 o'clock. I don't think they run these ahead. I think they start them right at the time they're supposed to. So the Bobcats will wrestle in about 45 minutes as they will take on what it seems to be is currently 36-7. Southeast Polk leading Cedar Rapids Prairie with just 3 matches left to go. So it looks like the Bobcats will take on Cedar Rapids Prairie in the next dual meet, as that will be see what mat they will be wrestling that one on, as the Bobcats and Prairie Hawks will wrestle on mat number 7. So they're going to take a complete jump, as they're going to jump from mat 2 all the way to the opposite corner of the arena and wrestle on mat number 7. So we'll have that dual meet for you in just a little bit, as the Bobcats will take on Cedar Rapids Prairie. As we'll have that one for you, and so stay with us here on KMCH as our action will start. We'll start a little bit before 1 o'clock this afternoon with the Western Dubuque Bobcats taking on, as we said, Cedar Rapids Prairie. You've been listening to 2017 State Wrestling State Dual coverage with Roger Reed, Jamie Vansky, and Zach McCool right here on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Bi-County Disposal Incorporated specializes in commercial and construction disposal needs. They have a variety of containers available from 2 to 30 cubic yards. Whatever it takes, Bi-County Disposal Incorporated in Dyersville, serving Dubuque and Delaware counties.
At Georgian Auto in Manchester, their approach to auto repairs is simple. Fix it right and get you back on the road. From tires to transmissions, they fix it all. Georgian Auto in Manchester, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus.
D&M Construction does residential, commercial, and agricultural construction. So if you're planning to remodel, build new, or need a hog confinement, pole, or steel frame building, see Mike Sherbring, owner of D&M Construction in Edgewood.
Cooper's Place in Ryan are proud to support all area athletes and coaches in tournament action. They understand the hard work and dedication put forth in the gym and in the classroom. Best of luck from Mike and his staff at Cooper's Place in Ryan.
Why make 10 calls when you can make 1 call to Mormon Insurance, a member of People's Insurance in Manchester, and get the best quote from 10 different companies on your auto, home, and farm insurance? You can depend on Mormon Insurance for fast, friendly service and quality coverage. Call Kathy or Rachel today at 927-2263. Mormon Insurance, a member of People's Insurance in Manchester.
Fairway and Independence applauds all area athletes and coaches on a very successful season and wishes them continued success in tournament action. Fairway, treating customers like family. Always fresh, always affordable, always Fairway in Independence.
Going above and beyond is a standard of care at Above and Beyond Home Health and Hospice Care. Their compassionate staff care deeply about the comfort of their patients. A nurse is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Above and Beyond Healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Proudly serving Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Lynn, Clayton, and Delaware counties.
West Bend's home and highway policy provides you with 1 policy, 1 bill, 1 deductible, and 1 agent, all with no hassle and a portion of your annual premium back in cash if you don't have a claim. To find out more, contact your new West Bend agent, Eric Smith, at Parrott Insurance in Manchester at 927-2791.
Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester proudly supports all area athletes. Bob Stephen Motors is